Welcome, everybody, to the JpeG podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jerry.
And I'm Greg.
Welcome back.
It's been about a year.
It's been about a whole year.
Yeah, well, we had to prepare for the next show.
And I think I'm recharged. I don't know about you.
I'm recharged, yeah.
Okay, good. Well, welcome, everyone. Thank you again for being loyal listeners throughout the whole entire year and listening to all of our podcasts every single day, I'm sure,
Oh, yeah.
while we were gone.
That's why we get thousands of views and listens.
I don't even know if one of our videos hit 1,000 yet.
I don't think so.
Do you like how I put "yet" at the end?
Yeah, ... yet.
A ... So please, go check us out. We've got a whole bunch of new things coming at you guys.
All new platforms.
All new platforms, social media links. We'll explain once we get onto it later on. But a lot more links to reach out. It's kind of awesome.
Yes, and we're going to do it.
We're going to do it right. Not that we didn't do it right the first time. We're going to do it more better.
More
better.
More.
More.
Should we jump right in?
Let's jump in, dude.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
So, a little late, but the new Star Wars trailer.
I'm so amped. I love it. I love it. Seriously.
It seems like it's got a darker tone this time, doesn't it?
It does. And I'm so kind of like, I guess I'm tainted by the stupid Facebook post that was put out comparing the two Star Wars trailers.
I saw that too.
It just kind of bums me out because I was super stoked about it, but then someone pointed out that they're very, very similar. But again, like we talked about before this, there's just some similarities.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were going for the same sort of like surprise.
Yeah.
Like when they reached down and Rey's like,
yeah.
It's exactly the same as when Finn did that in the first trailer. So
took a big breath.
Right.
Yep.
And it's whatever.
One thing that I thought was cool, because I really liked that scene, was when they had the X-Wings kind of flying along the water, going to battle, to attack. And then in this one, they had those weird new airships.
Some sort of speeder
things going across the desert with like red smoke coming off the back.
I think it was kicking up
maybe the dust or something.
Yeah.
That's sick. Looks sick. It just scenes like that. I could keep watching scenes like that every single day. It doesn't matter if it's like a repeat of the same style. But if it's something different, I'll keep watching it.
So it seems like that lady that was at like the command post or whatever, I believe that's Leia.
Do you think that's Leia?
I think so.
Maybe because of the hair, right? The buns?
Yeah, and she's like
the donut buns?
The commander of like army or military strategy or whatever.
Who was that other tall lady from the previous one? She was almost like the same one as in the original.
Way back. Yeah,
way back.
The redhead, short hair.
Yeah. They did a good job of recasting.
They did. It looked exactly like her.
Yeah.
But or maybe Commander Organa or something. But either way, she's usually at those like screens and stuff. So
right. It's interesting because we don't see her face.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
like a young Princess Leia? Or no, this is after.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. But yeah.
Then we see Kylo Ren's mask. Kylo masks Ren on the ground.
Dude, yeah.
You ever seen a Ren on the ground?
What?
Kylo Ren's mask on the ground.
Dude, that's a sick rap.
Yeah. Def Jam Records, watch out.
Oh, wow. Look out, guys.
But it's all smashed up.
Yeah,
and then like smoldering.
The scene without his mask on, where he's like got a scar on his face and on his face and everything, and he's got that lightsaber that always looks so badass with like just the
exhaust on the side. Yeah,
crazy.
Right.
I'm amazed. I'm stoked. If you guys have any thoughts or opinions on it, we'll give you the links at the end of this, so you can follow us, comment back what you think.
I have another thought personally.
Continue.
So there's a bookshelf
mm-hmm.
of about 7 or 8 books.
Right.
It looks like.
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen like paper literature in any Star Wars movies or games or anything. Like I've never seen like books.
Yeah.
It's always like a hologram or an electronic pad or something
digital. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Blows your mind, huh?
Blows your mind. I think, like you
books.
said, the Jedi Order or whatever, like the original or something like that.
So yeah, I'm thinking since that island is spoilers, where the original Jedi Temple was created.
Yeah.
Maybe like 1,000 years ago or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They had to write the stuff down.
Right. Go back to the Yoda days.
Yeah.
Something like that. That's kind of sick. I'm just stoked to see what it turns into.
Me too.
That island, kind of like on a back note, that island has gotten a lot of popularity. I think it's somewhere in
Scotland.
Yeah,
I want to say
some European country, northern European country. But
Right.
like that island, people are noticing which one it is because it's famous for like some kind of wildlife that lives on it, I guess, and how it's just so, you know, there's no human, I guess, habitations on it.
permanent, like
Yeah, there's steps and stuff like that.
right, but nobody's like living there or
Correct.
staying there.
Correct. So it's really, really interesting. I don't know if there was some sort of structure on it before.
Yeah, there was. It was I think it was like a monastery way back.
Yeah, and that just kind of ties into
Totally.
the whole thing. It just
Totally.
just makes it really cool. I love that.
Apparently, it's the Skellig Islands.
Right. Yeah, Skellig. That's so
Ireland. Ireland.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, man. Love it.
Really cool. I'm so pumped to see what they do with that.
Yeah. We'll see. Luke sort of alludes to like Rey being the Last Jedi, right?
Yeah, he just
You know?
stares her down.
He's like, I'm going to kill you.
Or am I?
But it's interesting. Some people are arguing like he's like realizing that like Jediism and Sith are basically the same coin, two different sides, and they're just two fundamentalist groups fighting against each other that are too powerful, and he's like becoming disillusioned with the whole thing, sort of. So it could be a really cool exploration of some gray area.
Because why was he there this whole time too? You know, maybe he was taking that time to kind of think about that double-sided coin.
Like, what am I doing with my life, and why am I why am I fighting?
Because he apparently ran away to that island or whatever.
Yeah, exiled himself.
Exiled himself, exactly.
So I'm excited to see where they take that.
Definitely.
Because it's pretty deep.
So stoked. Speaking of more movies and stuff, the new Kingsman movie is coming out.
Part 2.
The Golden Circle. This looks actually really, really sick. Just because I really like the original Kingsman. And action-packed, super playful, though, in itself. Comedic.
Just like the first one.
Yep, comedic relief.
That was such a surprise for me.
Yeah.
Like a pleasant surprise. I didn't really know much about the first one going in.
Nope.
But like we were bored one weekend, and us and some friends went, and just completely surprised.
Blown away completely. I mean, it was just... I loved the characters. I loved just how simple it was, too, because they didn't try to go too over the top with trying to make something completely crazy that it was, like, unbelievable. It was almost like, oh, this could be possible.
I would argue that the church scene was very impossible.
Yeah, but
I get what you're saying.
Right.
Like, it was tastefully done, and it was tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
And it was, like, witty and, like, quick.
Exactly. And that's how the trailer looks.
Right.
I highly encourage you guys to go check this out if you haven't already. It's got a lot of really cool people kind of doing a little cameo in the trailers. Yeah. So this is one to look out for. There's some big hitters. I mean, just on the list here on this page I've got, it's got Jeff Daniels, Channing Tatum, Halle Berry, just a whole
Halle Berry, like,
whole bunch.
Where the hell has she been?
I know, right? She kind of fell off the planet, dude.
Catwoman, and then
nothing. Nothing. I don't know what she's been doing, actually. I haven't kept up with her.
Probably being a mom.
Girl, what you doing? The main character's name, I don't know what his name is. I just know him by Iggsy.
Yeah, it's like a traditional Irish name or Scottish name.
Yeah. He's great. Like I love kind of like the backstory of how he's just kind of like a rough kid.
Yep.
He had the opportunity and the potential to really succeed, and he was kind of screwing around. Obviously, in the first movie, he kind of broke out of that and proved himself that he could be someone special and amazing. So
Taron Egerton.
That's a sick name.
Yep. Born in Birkenhead, Cheshire, England.
Cheshire.
Like the cat.
It looks good.
Yeah.
I'm excited. And I just love anytime, any chance that I can get, dressed up nice. I like to.
Are you going to dress up like in a tuxedo and go see it at our local AMC?
I'm going to have glasses and everything.
Have like an old umbrella.
Is this going to be in 3D? I don't know if it mentioned, because the first one was in 3D.
I didn't see. Yeah, definitely, because of the explosions of everybody's heads.
And the lady's legs with like swords or whatever. Coming at ya. Coming at ya. But it was good. That first one's good.
Also,
stoked about the second.
How is Colin Firth back?
Right.
because he died in the first movie.
Harry?
Harry Hart.
Harry Hart.
So
check out the trailer.
I'll be curious to see how they answer that
how
question.
That pans out. That's going to be interesting.
Oh man!
On top of that, I mean, there's just been so many other movie releases that have been dumping down.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, like tonight.
Is tonight the Guardians of the Galaxy?
There's some showings tonight. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Tonight, 5/4/2017. For those listening in the future and in the past.
What? 5/4/2017.
Yep.
That's what? I'm excited. I really liked the first one. Steph still has yet to kind of see the whole first one.
So Katie and I really wanted to watch it again.
Yeah.
Just for posterity.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, you miss things when you watch it one time, or whatever the first time you watch it, and being able to go back is so key.
So it's a little. I'm going to compare Kingsman and this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit different. In terms of total mood, but I think overall it's the similar style of quick, witty, tongue-in-cheekness.
Yes, totally.
That was rated R and this is PG-13, but otherwise,
yep,
it's a very it appeals
mm-hmm.
to today's comedy standards, if that's a thing.
Definitely, and there were some parts that I was laughing at, and Steph wasn't laughing at because she didn't get it or something.
There are boy jokes and girl jokes.
Boy jokes and girl jokes, exactly. So that. I'm interested to see what they do with the second one. I mean, I don't want them to do something that is so over the top that it's okay. I mean, the first one was better,
Yeah.
There's been too many of those Marvel movies that they've been doing this that it's man, I really liked the first one because it was just straight to the point. But now you got to draw this out, and it just, I don't know. I don't want them to ruin it. Is what I'm getting at.
I think you can rest assured.
Yeah,
it's currently sitting at 84% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Dude, Rotten Tomatoes.
And
uh-huh.
That's 193 reviews. So
oh wow,
it's not like it's 10 reviews.
Yeah, it's sick. Speaking of Marvel, the new Avengers is also coming out too.
Tell me about that because I don't know much about that.
I don't either, honestly. So I just saw a post basically about the new Avengers trailer.
Is that Age of Ultron?
No, new Avengers. Let me see here. Avengers. Is it the Age of Ultron? No, it's Infinity War.
Oh, I'm stupid. Age of Ultron was the last one.
Yeah, so it's Infinity War. This one looks sick because it obviously brings in that one main character. Thanos, the one very angry.
He's like the god.
Yeah, the god.
He's basically a god.
Universe, basically. And then also the spear that... what's his name? Thor's brother, is it? Loki. The spear that Loki holds.
Yeah, so all of these movies have a rock,
right,
including Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And all of these, they will eventually coalesce and explode the universe.
Yeah, exactly. And
I think that's awesome, and I just learned about that earlier.
This one also features heavily on Spider-Man and Iron Man too, how he's kind of helped Spider-Man, the young new Spider-Man kind of.
I hope they stay with this one because he's good, and I'm tired of. There's 4 now in the past 10 years.
I haven't seen the last one either.
I haven't either.
With that character that did the social media movie. What's his name?
Oh yeah, he was Lex Luthor.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yes. Yeah, so
I was whatever.
Yeah, and I just.
Oh no!
No.
We're stupid.
The main guy.
That was Superman.
Oh, okay.
Lex Luthor. Jesse Eisenberg.
No, I'm talking about Spider-Man.
I know, but you said social media movie.
Yeah,
and I was
he's one of the guys in the social media movie. The guy that does Spider-Man. He's a British character.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I mixed up my superhero movies. Shoot.
But basically, in the Avengers, the new trailer, it has Thor. I mean, it has everyone, coming back. It shows Thor with cut off hair and stuff too, I think, and that's also in the new Thor trailer too for another one.
There is a Thor movie coming out too.
There's so many,
so much money.
It's too much. It's almost too much.
I'm not even complaining though.
No, you can't complain. I'm just stoked to see all these things come together. I mean, again, we can't even begin to explain all these things because there's just way too many to go into depth. So highly encourage you guys to check out the new Guardians of the Galaxy trailer and the new Avengers movie because that's going to be
and they're even
dope.
DC is pushing their Justice League now.
Yep.
Trying to catch up.
Man, they behind.
Yeah. But hey, competition is good, right?
Oh, totally. Speaking of another brand, Disney, the Magic Bands. So
Well, they own Marvel, buddy.
they do. Oh, that's true. They do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of Marvel and Disney and all that jazz, Greg, you recently went to Disney World, right? Down in Florida?
Down in Orlando.
Yeah. And you took a picture of this thing on your wrist called a Magic Band and sent it to me.
I just went around calling it my Nike Fuel Band.
It's basically with money on it, though.
If you stay in the resort.
Oh, that's right. You couldn't tie your credit card or whatever to it.
Which I don't understand.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Why wouldn't you want to make it easier for me to just throw money to you?
They're losing money.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They're losing money.
It seems so simple.
So if you guys know what we're talking about these Disney Magic Bands. It's something that you get when you go down to Disney World and I believe Disneyland, I think. I have to check my sources on that. But basically, it's a band that acts as your park pass. Instead of having a card or a plastic thing that you have to scan, it's something that you wear on your wrist.
Yep. And it also gets you, when you go to Disney World, you can't really buy fast passes or stuff for the day.
Which get you on the rides faster.
You choose before you go at what times, what rides you're going to do for that day.
Yep.
And that way it forces everyone to spread out when they're doing their fast pass and stuff like that. So when you're fast passing, you tap your shit on the reader and it says, okay, you got the fast pass for this block of time. Go ahead.
This card or this wristband basically acts as like a QR reader thing. You just tap it on this machine and it lets you into the park. It lets you get on rides faster through the thing Greg was just talking about, Fast Pass. And it's also kind of like a credit card on your wrist. And that's what's cool about this thing is that you basically don't have to have a card on you. I mean, it's obviously not safe to not have your wallet on you, but if you don't want to have some, dangly card thing around, you can just wear this thing on your wrist.
If you're staying on the property.
If you're staying on the property, and you can buy, and also they're saying you can pay for like restaurants and stuff with this. I mean, it's
literally like Apple Pay or Android Pay.
Yep.
It's an NFC chip in the.
Did I say UFC chips?
No, you said QR reader.
Oh, okay. Same concept, I guess. No, QR is like that
scan.
That scan thing. Yeah, that weird barcode looking thing. This one is cool. This Magic Band 2, because
what's different?
The looks are a little bit different. It's a little bit more streamlined. But with the Magic Band 2, they were saying that the centerpiece, which is like a little Mickey Mouse plastic plate, is removable. So the reason why that would be handy is if you didn't want to have something on your wrist. I don't know if it didn't fit on your wrist or if it just was inconvenient for you. You could take the centerpiece out and just use that as like a little chip to tap on something. Also, they made it removable so that kids, when they get their park passes, they can't just go around tapping stuff and buying crap with their parents' money, on like the checkouts and stuff like that. So yeah, they made this little centerpiece removable. Additionally,
also if you want like different bands.
Exactly. Additionally, they're coming out with these really cool 40th anniversary
Frozen bands.
Yeah, Frozen, Star Wars. It's kind of cool. You can buy them on the Disney website, like $27.99. Again, like Greg was saying, if you want to use it, you have to kind of stay at a resort
for money
on it, to have money on it. Otherwise, it's just kind of a cool wristband.
Right.
So, yeah, I being an avid Disney goer myself, we used to go quite a bit. My folks used to live down there, and they used to be season pass holders, so we took advantage of that.
I'm glad I went.
Yeah.
But I won't be going again until I have kids.
Yes.
It's a little...
That's the argument.
It's a little like too childy.
See,
I didn't grow up with it like Katie did or the other girl that was with us did. So it didn't like connect with me.
Sure.
Sure. But it was fun. I'm glad I did it.
Yeah. It looked like you had a good time, and you missed the Avatar world that they're coming out with.
I know. By like a month. Did you see the animatronic of that thing?
I saw just the commercial of like
there is
the lady or whatever.
There is like a shaman who's like moving around, doing this and that, and it's so realistic.
Really.
It's weird.
Compared to some of the animatronics they've had, I'm sure this is
really good.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's really good.
That's tight. And at night, they also said that it's even more amazing during the day. The same at night. It's super amazing.
I think they have a whole one of those Disney shows on the lake that's in the middle of
there's a lake?
Animal Kingdom. Yeah, sure. We'll call it a lake.
Oh, you mean like a lake in the Animal Kingdom itself,
In
not
Kingdom,
not the Avatar world itself. I got you.
No, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's gonna be sick. Some of the friends that I used to work with at Apple, they're doing like a Disney internship program, so I was able to see some of the photos of like inside the Avatar world or whatever.
Oh,
Still not yet released to the public. I don't think. Not yet.
I think they're like quote unquote beta testing it.
Yeah, but it looks sick.
It does.
It's amazing. So,
Well, I'll have to see it
yeah, that means you're gonna have to go back to down Disney
in like 10 years, maybe.
before having. Oh,
I'm not going before having kids.
shoot.
Nah, dog.
No.
Nah. Thanks for that self-edit there.
You know, gotta do it raw.
Raw. Like WWE Raw?
WWE Raw.
That brings me to another point.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's unrelated to WWE Raw completely.
Totally fine.
But, are you familiar with the NES Classic little console?
Totally. Yes.
Are you familiar with how they made 7 of them total?
No.
Not 7, but, you know, they severely didn't make that many.
Yeah, well, I see what you mean. Like, they made limited quantities of these things.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you meant 7 versions.
Even though like millions of people wanted them.
Yeah.
Well, they're officially canceling production of that.
That's what I heard. Super bummed about it.
I don't know why.
I don't either.
Nintendo gets weird about this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but there's a rumor that they're going to start making an SNES Classic.
Ugh, please.
Which would also be really cool.
It'd be dope. To have like Super Mario on that stuff, or
Super Mario World.
I had like Mickey Mouse adventure thing game on there too.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Mickey Mouse was traveling through vines.
I remember that.
You know, like Jack and the Beanstalk type vines, picking up pears or something like that. Fruit.
Delicious fruit.
Yeah.
I also had F-Zero.
Yes.
Like very fast moving.
Yeah.
Like it was very revolutionary.
Mm-hmm. Futuristic.
Yeah. Star Fox.
Oh.
That was the first Star Fox.
Yeah. Do you remember what other game you had on there?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The one.
Is that a side scroller?
Yeah.
Look at that thing though. It's so retro.
It is cool. And I loved how you ejected the game.
Yeah.
You hit the lever and popped it out instead of just pulling it out.
The days of blowing on the cartridges to get it to work. I really liked that. When I was in daycare living in Colorado, I think our daycare had the NES and the SNES. SNES. And on the NES, I played Paperboy like no joke. You know, where you throw the papers in the mailbox.
Best bass line on earth.
So sick. I loved that game.
My favorite was the dude breakdancing on his back.
On the side of the street.
Yeah,
or something.
kicking his legs
dude.
up.
Oh my God. It was all pixelated, but back then we were just like, oh, this looks real. Dude.
It was real. Smashing through windows. And then like Grim Reaper running out, like trying to catch you.
Yeah.
Shit was freaky.
Oh, that was so good. I miss those.
Do you remember the bonus levels at the very end?
Mm-mm.
Where it was like an obstacle course?
No, I don't even know if I got that far.
Shit.
That was my daycare, dog. I didn't get all that time on it. You know what
That's
I mean?
okay.
That was when we got breaks outside. It was like, recess! And then we all went out on those like trikes, the 3-wheelers. And I was just pedaling around on like a fake track.
We didn't have those.
Dude, we were hooked up.
Yeah.
They were like radio flyer trikes.
Where is this?
This was in Colorado.
Wow.
Where the hashish is good.
Stop. We don't condone that on this family-friendly podcast.
Well, it wasn't back then, so.
I'm just kidding.
But, what?
Vape Nation.
Yeah, we rolled around on like trikes and stuff in my daycare. I think it was actually called La Petite Academy. Meaning,
we'll put the and link it for that in the
link
description below, so you can go take your kids to the
take
daycare.
Your kid to the La Petite Academy, discontinued back in '97.
Is it?
I think it is. It's not there anymore.
Oh, that's messed up,
dude. They got rid of them.
Did you shut them down?
I shut them down. I pooped too much in my pants, dog. You know what I mean?
I do.
No, but it was, those were the days. Didn't have to worry about money, no problems.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Let's wrap this up, dude. I'm losing money. Oh, shit. Wheezing.
We like the Pokemon?
I choose you.
Right. I'm glad we're on the same page with that. Did you see or hear about the sort of ingenious Burger King Android?
You mentioned it, but I didn't get to
commercial?
check it out. No.
So it's literally 15 seconds, and it's this boy
Mm-hmm.
with a Whopper at a Burger King counter, and he's like,
Delicious.
we only have 15 seconds, so we can't really talk about it, but I'm going to do this. Okay, Google, talk to me about Whopper. And my fucking phone just went off.
I'm sorry, Greg. I didn't get that.
Right. So anyway, it used to be like, the Whopper is a pickle, cheese, lettuce, and I used to go through it and
Yeah.
describe it. And then after like a day, Google was like, no. You're not taking advantage of our platform for free. And they altered what, okay, Google, what is a Whopper, like, returns.
Why, though? Why didn't they? Isn't that the whole point of it, though?
I think because
To give you information. I don't understand.
it's sort of invasive.
Okay.
Like, a lot of people felt like they were being invaded
Mm-hmm.
because
Giving the ingredients of a Whopper?
no, like somebody on TV was able to send a message through the air and force your phone to do something.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, they set it on the TV, and it went to the people that were watching.
Well, the people were
To
just
their
watching.
phones.
People were just watching TV.
Yeah.
And they had their phone in their hand or whatever.
Right,
and it would
right.
like, ba-bum.
Right.
And it would tell you about what a Whopper
I got
was.
you. Yeah, see, that's bad.
Yeah, because if you're like typing like a emergency text
Or you're in the middle of a meeting or some shit,
Yeah,
anything.
right.
Yeah.
So,
I see.
but
Okay.
also just without you wanting it,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like a privacy thing.
I got you.
But I applaud them for it's kind of genius.
Yeah, that's very genius.
But Google shut that shit down. So
That reminded me, speaking of phones and phone cellular devices and the services, Verizon has that commercial, where they're standing there and the guy with the microphone says,
yes,
he keeps pulling out the microphone saying, whoa, one last thing,
yeah,
blah, 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 and no more questions because I'm out of microphones, right?
right.
Sprint came about.
I saw that.
They came out with like a firing back at Verizon commercial where behind him, instead of it saying Verizon, it says Unlimited. And it's the new Sprint guy that used to be with Verizon.
Yep.
And of course, he does his famous new line now. He's like, "Can you hear that?" And he drops the mic too. But the setup literally looks the same.
Yeah.
And they pick up the commercial where Verizon left off.
They've been going after Verizon and AT&T.
Yeah, real
Like hard.
And I see where they're coming from, but at the same time, I'm just like, chill.
I like it.
Chill out.
I think it's good because
It's good. It's smart.
they're like T-Mobile and
Yeah.
Sprint or stuff. They're like starting to make a dent into.
They are.
Like that's why Verizon started offering unlimited.
They used to have it before.
They used to have it a long time ago.
Yeah, but now
then,
it's...
then they got greedy.
Yep.
And they had been for a long time, but they started noticing people would go to T-Mobile, Sprint,
Exactly.
because they offer unlimited data, sort of.
Right.
So they were losing customers.
Yeah.
So they had to do something about it.
Yeah, I actually recently left Verizon just as a...
Did you?
Yeah. So I left Verizon before they announced the unlimited.
Where'd you go?
Went to AT&T.
Oh.
Because they have the unlimited. I mean, literally, when I was on call, because I do a lot of on-call, I was racking up my minutes and my data like crazy. So I had no choice, basically. I a few times I had to pay overage charges. And it's like, look, I do this for work. I almost had to go to the point where I had to ask my work, for a phone. And I was going through that whole process, and that was just a pain in the neck. But I just said, forget it. I'm going to switch providers. So here I am.
T-Mobile's good. I've had them for a couple of years
really?
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I know. Yeah, you've had them for a while, and I've
And
always
they're
been curious about the service,
It's great now.
like the coverage and everything too.
It's really good. I mean, we drive from here to Roanoke.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3.5 hours down the spine of Virginia
South.
on 81, and we have service the whole way.
That's cool.
When I didn't used to.
Right.
So they're improving a lot, their towers.
I will say now, when I'm switched to AT&T though, and I go into the office, I do not have service because the building I work in has
That's weird.
Yeah, has almost like a block. But I didn't have great service with Verizon before anyway.
Uh-huh.
It's just worse now. So
Eh,
yeah,
what are
whatever.
you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
What you gonna do, dude? Speaking of phones, I know you used to have an Apple iPhone
A couple times.
a couple times.
A few times, actually.
Katie still has a 7 now.
No, she's got the Nexus 5X.
Oh, the Nexus.
The Nexus 5X.
That's cool.
5X.
What do you think about the S8? that just came out?
I think it's really pretty,
Yeah.
but it's fucking expensive.
Yeah, like all the new phones.
all these new flagships. I
know.
I've adopted a year late plan.
Policy for yourself.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I'll buy a phone outright on like swappa.com.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Used. That's like exactly a year old. So when the next model comes out, it becomes cheaper.
Yep.
So I'm probably
That's smart.
Yeah, I mean, I can't afford it otherwise.
Saves you that dough.
I don't like paying monthly for the phone.
Right.
And I don't like paying that much for the phone.
Totally. Yeah.
So
I'm kind of in the monthly thing right now with my phone, and I've just kind of put myself in that. And again, I like it. I love my new phone, but I went from the iPhone 7 to the iPhone 7 Plus or whatever. Not a ginormous difference. There really wasn't a point for me to do this. I just really liked the camera quality that it had and the lenses, the dual lenses versus the singular.
right?
It is different.
It matters for you. Your photography stuff.
I love taking photos, but I haven't gotten a chance. So again, I'm trying to see the benefit in what I did. But
I might have some jobs for you.
Oh, dude, hit me up.
Oh yeah,
on the DL, dog.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean the Samsung S8, it looks tight. I love how they've extended the screen to the edges and everything.
The infinity screen.
Ooh.
Like one of those fancy pools.
Yeah, it just looks really cool.
It's real fresh looking.
Yeah, and apparently with the rumors of Apple, they're gonna have a new iPhone model coming out, and they're instead of doing their usual like S renditions, for same or speed.
Oh.
They're gonna get rid of that altogether, and they're gonna come out with a whole new model, apparently reducing the forehead and the chin areas. So basically, instead of having these giant stupid blank areas where the speaker is and the home button is, they're going to extend the screen through that, and hopefully extend the screen to the sides like the S8 to kind of get rid of that dead space. So
you're just going to hold like a screen basically in your hand.
Basically.
No bezels.
And I think the home screen or the home button is just going to be integrated into the screen like most Samsung phones
a lot of Androids.
are. Yeah, or Androids or whatever. And it's just...
I like that personally because...
It's about time, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get rid of that. I mean, I know like my phone, it doesn't have a mechanical button anymore. It's kind of that responsive touch thing.
Which is a step. Yeah.
It's a step, but I still don't need that button there.
Yeah.
I mean, it just almost seems redundant, so... I'm excited to see what they come out with. Again, it's just still rumors right now, and we can only wait and see what they've got coming.
Good old Apple.
Good old Apple.
Kind of stumbling a little bit lately with the...
They have been.
Weirdo...
touch bar?
Yeah.
So Steph just actually got the new MacBook Pro with that touch bar.
Yeah.
It's cool because she can open up the computer with her thumb or whatever. That's kind of tight.
Yeah.
But again, I went by and like kind of wiped off the keyboard. There's dust and stuff, and it like touched the touch bar and it like turned on the computer. And I was like, well, I didn't want to do that. But I mean, I could see it as being useful for certain applications, but it's really pointless at times.
It should be like an option.
Yeah.
Not like this is the way it is.
Exactly.
But that's how Apple is.
There's people out there that'll justify it left and right, and I hear you, I get you, but they're just getting so complicated with some things that it's like almost unnecessary. So
I believe that.
I think I mentioned to you about Apple and Disney. You know about that?
No, actually.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Apple is thinking about buying out Disney.
Could there be a bigger merger on Earth?
I think not. So if this were to go through, they would become the first company to be worth trillions, which is insane if you think about it. Apple buying out Disney means that they're not only buying Disney, they're buying Marvel, they're buying Pixar, they're buying ESPN, Lucasfilms. I mean, literally worth $1 trillion. It's going to be insane if this goes through. And this recently just came out. Steph actually shared the article and thought it would be something cool that we could talk about. So shout out to Steph. I don't know about it though.
I kind of hate these giant conglomerates because it eliminates...
I know.
They just buy everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing this graphic online of like all these companies and their subsidiaries.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like 5 companies running the world.
I know, and that would mean that Apple would be the on top company, and it would totally eliminate having any competition whatsoever.
Yeah, well, the one I saw was for like food and cleaning products, like
Sure.
things you would find in a grocery store.
SC Johnson or something like that.
Just like all this,
Yeah.
they own like
Right.
10 maybe companies own
Wow. Kellogg's,
everything from like Kraft to Coke and
Coca-Cola. Yeah.
Nestle and all these.
Dannon and Mars.
By Dannon. And that doesn't work.
General Mills is huge too. Yeah. That's like every cereal you can name.
Nestle are assholes. They're the one that want to privatize water.
That's dumb.
And charge you for it.
That's dumb.
That is dumb.
I feel like they put stuff in your water to make you more thirsty too.
Ooh, drugs. Oh my god. But yeah, that would be insane.
It's going to be major, so keep an eye out on the news for that. It just recently came down like yesterday, I think.
Breaking?
So yeah, it's breaking.
Breaking news.
They call it the treasure chest, basically, because this is just going to be massive. So
it's going to be like a fifth of the world's cash
Yep.
in this company if it merges.
So it's like Apple has saved up money, and this is what they plan to do with that money. Like they've saved up almost $257 billion in cash. And this is what they plan to do with that cash. So, again, still coming down... Allegedly, still coming down the pipeline is what they're thinking about doing with that said cash. That's apparently burning a hole in their pocket that they just want to own the friggin' world. Again, I like Apple. I used to work for them. Shout out to my peeps. But it's just getting too massive, you know? So... Good news and bad news, though. I mean, I just think some of this stuff could become good, and it could also, like you said, it could affect having just one huge major company just ruling
Who
all.
Who checks them?
Who checks them twice?
You know?
Yeah.
Santa ain't doing that.
Santa ain't checking that much.
Because we know them companies naughty. They ain't nice.
Santa is just one guy, too.
Right.
He can't do it all.
No. Yeah, you like that, huh?
Oh, I like it.
Smells good.
Santa come down my chimney. Oh, shit. Back it up, Charlie. So in the beginning of this podcast, as we come to a close, we mentioned some really important topics about our social media links.
First of all, we're back. Yeah.
First of all, we're back. Welcome to the podcast, everyone.
I'm glad you went there.
We are back, and we're trying to do it right this time. So we have created a Twitter, a Facebook,
a website,
an Instahamgram, and a YouTube page.
Yeah.
Which has, a picture on it about.
So far. But you can find all that information at jpegpodcast.com.
Exactly.
We got our social media links there and our previous podcasts there.
Season one.
Season one. Yeah.
So like we like to call this one, I think we're calling it Season 2.
Episode 1.
Episode 1. Yeah. We can go with that. But again, check out our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. All of our website is the most important one, JpeGpodcast.com.
So, in short, we got a lot of awesome movies coming out, right?
Totally. Way too many to even count.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Actually, they're all Disney movies.
Oh, that's true. Disney, because it's Marvel, which is also Disney.
We talked about Disney bands.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about Disney World. We talked about Apple buying Disney.
What?
This is the Disney podcast.
Yeah, Apple Disney podcast. And we talked about Apple buying out Disney, so it's soon to be just Apple podcast.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Apple.
Featuring a little snippet of Android news by me.
Yes. Oh, and don't forget Kingsman. I don't know if they're...
Oh, yeah, true.
Are they Marvel or any of that? No,
I don't think so.
No, none of that. So shout out to Kingsman, sponsored by Kingsman.
Yep.
Thank you for all the sponsors, by the way. We love you guys.
Yeah.
We just want you to keep coming, rolling in.
Rolling in the dough.
Yes.
And I think we're going to set up a Patreon, in all honesty.
Yes.
So we can continue to make content.
That'd be tight.
That would be. We'll do it.
Let's do it. So keep an eye out for that. We'll look into making a Patreon, get some actual support, and truly make this thing awesome. But again, I'm stoked to get this thing rolling and going.
Yeah.
On the norm. You know what I mean?
It's going to be good.
On the Norman.
I like that. Name my son Norman.
Really?
No.
Okay, good. I was going to name mine Norman. So
Perfect.
Perfect.
On that perfect note,
Yes.
we should end.
I think we should. Again, thank you everyone for listening. Please check us out on our website, jpegpodcast.com. My name is Jerry.
And I'm Greg.
And we will catch you next time.